2, 3, 4, Art Camp, Art Camp. It's the season finale of Kevin Sherry's Art Camp. All right. Hello, people. Thank you for joining me on the season finale of Kevin Sherry's Art Camp. We have had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for being here with me. It has meant so much to me. But first, we are before we do anything, let's check in with my cat one more time. Here's my cat, Kinko's. Okay, here we are, doing a remote broadcast. I'm going to take a picture. We're going to get some footage of my sleeping cat. Here he is. A perfect angel if there ever was one. Okay, broadcast out. Okay, you can see how I wanted to check in on my cat Kinko's. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring back one of our fan favorite segments to give us our last affirmation of this first season of Kevin Sherry's Art Camp. So here we are, our daily fortune with Mr. Mushroom. Here we go. Never, ever give up. 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 Okay, thank you. I would love to show you some of the stuff I've been working on lately. And, so first of all, I've been painting, and I'm going to put these up on the screen. This is my Dungeons & Dragons character, Penny. She's a goblin with a warhammer. This is my friend Charlotte's cat, Fuego. This is Fuego. And then I went camping in the woods, and it was beautiful fall weather, and the leaves were cascading from the trees, and also the presidential election happened. So I painted these little paintings of hedgehogs peeking out of rotting stumps. And this is what I was inspired to paint this because this is what the leaves looked like. Well, this one doesn't have leaves. This one's just a grumpy hedgehog, right? Okay, well, this is what the leaves really look like in the fall, in the woods, falling down from the trees. It was really, really quite beautiful. Okay, and I know before we've done affirmations on this show. Affirmations are things you say to yourself to get yourself pumped up, to make yourself feel better. I think affirmations are really important. I think about affirmations all the time throughout the day. And I was feeling down. I was feeling like I was in a little bit of an artistic rut. A creative block, if you will. But I asked one of my friends, I told this to my friend, one of my friends, and he said something back to me which meant a lot, and I made a comic about it, and I want to share that comic with you right now. And it goes like this. Maintaining an artistic practice can be a lot like training for a sport. Injuries, mental and physical, can take you back to square one. Simply deciding to begin your training could be the hardest step. Once you start to exercise, you may feel even worse. Your muscles aren't accustomed to your informed movements. But you aren't starting from scratch. You are good at what you do. The hardship gives you a better understanding of the game. You are stronger than ever. Okay, and I painted this one on a little wooden canvas. And I think about that. When I think that, oh, I'm not feeling very creative today, I'm not feeling very inspired today, I say to myself, guess what? Creativity is not free, okay? Creativity takes a lot of hard work, and you gotta put the time in. And that's what I found out. So, what I'd like to do right now, before I show you some other stuff, is I'd like to show you a little recap of our sketchbook, of my sketchbook from this whole time in art camp. I actually filled up 1.5 sketchbooks. So let's go look at the sketchbook right now. Here we go, and here's a finished sketchbook, and you can see right here, yeah, I voted. Okay, so let's take a seat and we'll blast through this. There's Squizzard. And here's a little penny drawing. Here is that comic about drinking water. Here are 4 little Dungeons and Dragons figures. Here is some of the exercises we did together. Remember the feathers and the scales, drawing a horse. Kind of a crazed looking horse. Here is alphabet soup. Okay, here's another pencil comic that I did with Penny. You remember Penny, I did oh, that's my wife saying, went out for a run. Okay, here are some more exercises we did. Remember the face exercises, the body exercises, the hair, and the actions. Here's some more stuff. This is a Dungeons and Dragons test, or like a little puzzle that I can do with real people that I want to try out sometime. Here's that story about our class. You remember that story. Here's me as a 10-year-old. Here are some comics that I drew together. There's Pixel Man on top of a T-Rex. Y'all will probably remember Pixel Man. Here's a funny little pug. And this is that logo, of course, I did for Wax Atlas, the record store. I'm trying to draw a spaceship right here. There's a werewolf. Some more Star Wars spaceships. Here are some more lessons. Remember we did those lessons. Oh, here is my cookie recipe. I love making cookies, and in fact, I love cooking in general. You can see it's a lot of writing. Some of this we did together. Here are some funny pictures I did on another Zoom. There is one of the aliens from Alien dancing to Monster Mash. There's Remy dressed up as Neo. There's a Bami going nuts. There's a chicken, a 2020 chicken. It's in a hazmat suit. Here's a serious comic that I did. Here are just some notes, and I'm planning out some stuff. You can see some hardcore planning going on here. This is what writing a book looks like, and when you write graphic novels for elementary school. Here are some more. This is some of our Inktober stuff we did together. Here's another comic I did. Some more Inktober stuff. Remember the helmets we did together. This is a comic I've done since I've seen you last. Here's a dog and a cat. And here is the pencil version of Squizzard. Oh, and here's a self-portrait that I was doing. I thought to myself, wow, and here's some Inktober I didn't show you. This is Wisp. And Fish, of course. My fish have legs. And Bulky. And Radio. That just looks like a regular radio. Oh, and here's another self-portrait. You see, you have to practice doing everything. These are not that great. Here's some more drawings, more little notes. And, okay, I think that's it for that sketchbook. But I did start a new sketchbook. This is the brand new one. Here's another self-portrait. I kind of like this one the best, even though I think it's kind of the wonkiest as well. Here I am drawing some Star Wars characters. Just some writing, some more writing and plotting. Sketching an owl bear. An owl bear is a bear with the face of an owl. And that's a Dungeons and Dragons character. And I'm just sketching. This looks like I was just having fun. This is a prototype. This is my first shirt that I'm going to print on Wednesday. You remember the comic with the drink water and your cell gets bigger? That's what that's from. Here's some more Star Wars characters. I really like the Mandalorian. And here's me having a little writer's block. Can you relate with this? Can you relate with that? And doing a little writing. And here I am writing that comic. You can see these are like the sketchbook pages for me writing that comic. I really like this drawing here. It's a little violent, but It's also a cartoon. And then here's some more drawing. Here's some more frustration. Can you draw frustration? I'm sure we all could. Okay, and I still have a lot left to go in this sketchbook. But let's go back to the art camp. Okay, we are back at art camp, and what I want to do is I am going to show you all the books I've been reading lately. Okay, so I have been falling in love with these Arial books. They're I think they're French, but they've been translated into English, and I really like these. They're just like little, these are little short stories about the life of this little adorable, you know how much I love cute stuff, and it's this little adorable donkey, and he's in love with a little pig, and oh, it's just the cutest thing. Get a hold of these Arial books. They're real joy. I finally read New Kid, and oh my gosh, now I know why it won the Newbery. It is so good. It's so nuanced, and it has stuff in it that you just would never have thought of, okay? You never know what other people are thinking. It's really important to read this book. This book is amazing. Here's another Arial book. As you can tell, I'm obsessed with Arial. I read Space Dumplings by Craig Thompson, and I read this because Craig Thompson is an incredible artist who wrote this epic tome called Blankets. But Space Dumplings was visually just incredible, and also really easy to read. And it's a whole big, thick story, but it's kind of like, it's like a offshoot of Star Wars or something. It's great. It's kind of dingy too. Like the whole environment is kind of like dirty and dingy, and I like that. I love the aesthetic of decay. Okay. I did also read this. Twins, this was really good. This actually made me cry, okay? This is about 6th grade identical twins. I grew up with identical twins. Their names were Michael and Joseph Bagalini, and they would actually switch places and stuff. They were ridiculous. They were really identical twins. But anyway, this is a story about what identical twins could be thinking. And they're people of color, too. So it's this is one of those things that lets you see what other people are thinking and feeling. And it's a really important book. It's really good. And I also would recommend, although these are heftier reads, this graphic novel, you see it's pretty thick, graphic novel series called Home Time, and then it's actually in 2 parts. It's Home Time and Home Time 2, but it has all these different art styles, right? You see, some of it has a little bit of color, some of it has not that much color, and it switches around to all different art styles, and it's kind of like Stranger Things, it's kind of like Narnia, what else is it like? It's science fiction, it's more science fiction-y than, Harry Potter. It's just and you know what it's like? And it's also Australian, so it's kind of got that Australian weirdness to it. It's going to take you a long time. It took me multiple reads to understand what was actually happening in these, but it's so visually pretty that it's worth multiple reads. So Home Time, if you get that, by Campbell White. Okay, so now I'm very pleased to show you I got my first draft of Squidding Around 2, Class Clownfish. And I am very pleased. I want to show you the first chapter. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but I really want to show you the first chapter. Let me just find it. Okay, I found it. Here it is. So this is the second Squidding Around book. I'm really proud of it. It has things in it that are really near and dear to my heart, including zine making. So now I'm going to read you the first chapter of Squidding Around, Class Clownfish. Chapter 1. Yeah, right, buddy. Hey, Squizzard. Hey, Toothy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm so excited. You want to know why? Do ya? The Coral Carnival is back! I can't wait for the rides, and the games, and the food, and the fun! I hate fun. But Squizzard, you love the Coral Carnival. Did you say something? Squizzard, you seem to be upset about something. Do you want to talk about it? Smirk. Yeah, I do want to talk about it. You know Seafoam magazine, like, from the library? Yeah, basically it's our favorite. I like the Sudoku.
Gazoon-tight.
And you know I draw amazing, hilarious cartoons?
Questionable.
Okay, sure. Well, Seafoam had a comics contest. I wanted to see my name in the pages of a real magazine, so I came up with a great idea. Aha! I worked hard on my comic. I was sure I would win. But guess what?
Delivery.
I lost. Can you believe it? Now I hate everything. Aw, Squizzard. It's going to be alright. You're still our favorite funny guy.
Time for class. That'll distract you. Today, we're going to learn how plants use light and chlorophyll to make food.
More like borophyll. Shh. Someone sure is salty. Is that a first grade pufferfish? I know what will distract me. A funny prank. Come here, kid. I need to borrow your spikes. What are you doing?
Chlorophyll is a green substance found in plants and algae.
Sit right here. Are you sure about this?
So you see how important...
Oh no! Ah! Doink! Ha 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 ha! Ooh! Wah! I'm not a whoopee cushion!
Squizzard, go to the principal's office!
Oh no! Okay, so that's chapter 1 of Squidding Around 2, Class Clownfish. I'm sure I'll share more in the upcoming months. Some things I really want to work on is I want to work on some longer stories rather than just short comics. I'm also taking an animation class, so stay tuned. I'm sure I'm going to share some animations with you. And right now, I'm right in the middle of writing Squidding Around 3, the prank tank. Okay, so I have a lot of projects to work on. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me for Kevin Sherry's Art Camp through this very strange time. I think things are looking a little bit up, though, and I have got positivity back in my heart. Watch any of these videos anytime you want. They're yours to watch. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the future.